vacation we could afford to take. It's a 4 hours. We'll be down this winter to volunteer. Thank you, Annette. Many people stay in harm's way because they know they will be locked out when it's over if they leave. So far, the roads look better than seeing the look on people's faces when they come over for the first time. They're in total shock. We've been saying it, Kevin and I have been saying it. You can see the pictures and you can see the video, but when you go down this boulevard, it's nothing like what you see on the video or the pictures. It's unimaginable. The twisted steel and the broken cinder blocks, or like I was showing you before, the thick concrete, just totally like it was picked up and slammed down. But, they'll rebuild it. It'll look different, but it's still the beach. At the end of the day, there's still the beach. Thank you, guys. Good luck. I think that's what I'm going to do too. Take a walk on the beach. Look at them. They're just like in total disbelief. That right there used to be, what's the name of that bar right there that opened one day a year just to keep their liquor license? What's the name of that? Somebody will know. From Ohio, we'll be there in December to help. Thank you for all your
atomic attack alarm.
Live from Peach Time Out in the heart of Times Square, you're listening to Beach Talk Radio with Kim and Ed Ryan.
And good evening, everybody, and welcome to Beach Talk Radio. I don't think I'm ever going to change that opening from Peach Time Out. It's always going to be Mean Gene saying we're broadcasting live. Let me turn your microphone on. You ready to go now? All right. We're always going to be live from Peach Time Out, and Mean Gene's voice is going to come on. So welcome to day 10. I know you turn it this way. Jeez. How about you prepare like 5 minutes before the show instead of 5 minutes after the show begins?
So speaking of Pete's,
yeah,
I want to take a moment to
go ahead. You have a moment.
Happy birthday
to John.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, John, the owner of Pete's Time Out in Times Square. So
tomorrow,
don't say it. Don't say it. Don't say it. Leave it. Leave it. All right. So our first update, we do have Dan Alice joining us at 6:15, and what he wanted to mention, or make sure I mentioned, is that if you have questions about what's going on, you get ready to ask him when he comes on. So he wants to answer all your questions. So get ready in the chat box to type in the questions for Dan the Man Allers. So the update of the fundraising campaign. Oh, wait, I got to you got something to say? Well, I put the banner up there. Got to remind people how they can donate, because you never know when we're going to have new people.
Are you filling in time?
There we go. Is it day 9 or day 10? Do we know for sure? You think it's day 10? It can't be 11. Friday was 8. So did I have 8 wrong? Mm-hmm. So the storm was Wednesday of last week, right? Mm-hmm. So do you automatically?
Issue for you.
Do you know that, like, is it recovery the next day, or do you get like a day where you kind of have to skip a day? Yeah. All right. Well, we'll change it at some point. So the update on the fundraising is $176,000. We just got a $5,000 donation from John Mercer. One person contributed $5,000. Thank you, John. Thank you.
Huge. That is huge. But you know what?
Every
little bit adds up. And I want to say that we're still receiving all of your donations, and we really, really, really appreciate that. And for those folks, we have it at our house. We got to take it down there. But if you have a specific need, please let us know.
Yeah.
We have things like dog food, diapers, wipes, bedding, toiletries. I'm trying to hit the pet food. So if you have a need for that specifically, please get a hold of Ed or myself and we'll make sure we get it to you. All right. Well, my phone
Yeah.
number is 239.
Uh-oh. You sure you want to put it out?
I
You're
know.
doxing yourself.
239-209-7927. Just shoot me a message and, we'll get you what we have.
And I think the next phase of the donations should probably be more of cleaning up stuff,
Yeah. Some of that
like
stuff.
green bags, chainsaws, gloves, work boots. What?
Halloween is coming, Giving is coming, and Christmas is coming. So, we'll be asking people to help out with that because there'll be a lot of families that still have not recovered.
Big storm out here.
Yeah.
So if the
And-
Wi-Fi goes down, it's
Yeah.
because of the storm, nothing
And-
else. Yes. We need somebody to fix it. Did you file with the insurance? Yeah. Because you were just outside watching TV with your feet up, watching football, yelling out there. Speaking of insurance, if you use Citizens Insurance, I would like you to send me an email.
What?
I'm hearing that the citizen. I don't know this for a fact, but I want to hear from people. Some people have said the Citizens Insurance is not covering the loss of your home or some people's homes because of it being flood damage and not hurricane damage, and they're trying to. Apparently, they might be trying to get out of covering you for that. So if you have I've never even heard of Citizens Insurance. Have you? Were they set up at the FEMA parking lot?
But they might have been there because there was a lot of people.
Let Kim share your mic. Hers is cutting out. Really? I didn't know that.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you fine. So if you guys think Kim is running out or running out,
The insurance company, when I was down there talking to them, I could hear them saying, do you have flood insurance and what happened first? And
wait,
now I can't.
yeah, we got a problem. Did you disconnect it when you were fiddling with it? Let me see here. You're good. I'll fix your mic. You can use mine.
I did hear them say, oh yeah, it's much better.
Check.
I did hear them saying that, they asked, do you have flood insurance? Do you have hurricane insurance?
Very professional show we have.
First,
Is that better, everybody?
So my phone number, if you have specific needs of stuff that we have, like diapers, wipes, bedding, toiletries, lots of toothpaste, toothbrushes, all that kind of stuff, just send me a note, 239
Wow, you're double doxing.
209. I almost gave yours. 209-7927. And I'll do my best to get it to you. You can come out here to Gateway.
And everybody can see that our home address is on the Facebook page. So we're really putting a hard push for the gift cards.
Everybody's
Yeah.
information.
Yeah. So if you can contribute to the gift card campaign, we really want to get those gift cards in the hands of the employees of all those businesses. And if you had a chance to watch some of the video from this morning, I was able to finally kind of slow walk through Times Square and over by Nervous Nellies and Snug Harbor and Matanzas. And I know there are businesses on the south end, but I haven't gotten down there yet. I didn't really want to get in anybody's way, but if you can send in the gift cards, that's really going to be a big push. Both sides, this money that you're sending in, the majority of it is going to be given to the community foundation and the women's club, and there's an application that folks are.
But I want to mention that if you're going to send in, when you send in,
touch me like that, what's going on there?
When you send in the gift cards, if you can include the amount, that would be helpful. We got 2 today. The only thing I can tell is it seems like they came from maybe Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, but we don't know how much they are for. And without scratching off the back, which I eventually will have to do. To see how much they are.
What happened there was somebody just ordered it online at Walmart and they sent them out, but I don't know if there's a way to.
Or something.
So we know I'm trying to pile them up so that when I contact the managers at the businesses, we can give them the right amount and they can take it from there. So I don't think so. No, well, you can always watch your level there, dear. You can always see your level. Maybe it's the cord. If it's the cord, we'll change the cord out during Dan's interview. So go ahead and speak into it.
Somebody was mentioning.
No, you're fine.
Citizens Insurance, but
Citizens Insurance. It's still cutting out. All right. Well, you're going to use my mic, and I'm going to fix it. So you have something to say though if I give you my mic?
You're not very professional tonight. You've got a big problem.
Totally
So
professional show.
you were talking about people on the beach today, and somebody that I met the other day, Cassie Padding, she gave me these. First of all, she gave me these amazing mints. They're Wilhelmina mints. Anyways, she's down there helping her, I believe, parents or grandparents cleaning up, and she said it was pretty orderly, and they were getting a lot of stuff done, but they were going to leave the island and go back to where they're staying, get in the pool and have a cold beer, which I can imagine that people after being out in the heat, it was warm today, and cleaning up and doing all that lifting and cleaning are going to need to go back and relax and recharge. So please remember, folks, it is, I know it's cliche, but that down there is definitely a marathon. It is not a sprint. And so please take care of yourself. Do what you can. Go at a pace that suits you. And we're gonna get it done. All right, here
Here
you
we
go.
go. All right. I think we're back on. All right. So, did you tell them about the mints? Okay. I wanted to thank Holly Smith for coming on the show on Saturday. Man, she's got it together. And Dana, the town manager, city manager over there, has it together. If you have a chance to go back and listen to that show, please do. And we were talking about the businesses, right? We were talking about the businesses. One of the things that is going to come up is all these folks that are going back to the beach now are going to need help. They're going to need contractors, electricians, cleaners. Somebody said, I don't even know what the answer to this. Maybe Dan does. There's a house on my front lawn. What do I do? Who do I call? Who gets? I mean, how many times do you think that question has ever come up in forever?
Well, I just said to you with our little window leak, I don't know. Do I get an adjuster? Do they get an adjuster? You know.
Right. So,
But I will say I have a couple more days off from work.
yeah,
So
you're going to go
again,
lift the house up off his front lawn? Yeah. Look at
if
you.
people need help, I'm fairly able-bodied. I will, let us know.
Do that again.
Let us
Look at
know,
two
and I'll
cuts right there. You
come
got some
down
cuts
and
in your arms there. Look, have you been working out behind my back? Damn.
I will come down. I have a shovel. I bought myself a shovel today. I'll come down and help clean up because we do really, our hearts go out to everybody down there, and we can do some heavy lifting. Well, I can. He really can.
Yeah.
And please don't ask him to do any math when it comes to that.
So, trying to get at, trying to find, you don't want to get scammed. We don't want our friends down there to get scammed. So,
Thank you, Marco.
we want, what we're going to do is, and a couple people have asked if they could advertise on our news page, Beach Talk Radio News, because we started adding more stories again. It kind of stopped when the storm hit, and we were doing everything on Facebook. So if you go ahead, I can't finish a sentence tonight with you.
It's just I'm commenting on that. So people asked if they could.
Yeah, people want to advertise. I mean, obviously, we have a lot of there's a lot of people that are following us. No, there's a lot of people that are following us now because of the storm, and so we are going to try. What I would like you guys to do is, if you know a respectable contractor or somebody that you think is going to fit in that category of businesses that are going to help out people on the island, you should tell them to call this number. Her name is Marie. She is our salesperson. I forgot to write it down, so I have to look it up. And she is going to take care of it. I don't want to deal with it. I don't want to take care of it. I want you guys to, if you think it's somebody that's respectable, that's the only thing we want. We want to make sure it's somebody that you guys recommend to call Marie, and then we take it from there. If they want to be on our page, we don't want any random contractor or random person being on there. We just want it to be folks that are in our group that that are going to make money. They're going to make a lot of insurance money, and they're going to make money, and they're going to help you. But you have to trust them.
Well, and you put out Terry's number, right? So
I did this morning. Yep.
Our family member Terry 4 at T4 Electric. He's an electrician, and he will. He's really good. job right.
Right. And so you're gonna tell your contractor friend or anybody that fits into something that you like, an adjuster or whatever that is, to call Marie. And Stu, if you could type this in, it's 239-898-1532. 239-898-1532. And then we'll call, and if they want to advertise on our page or not, they will. And if not, no big deal.
Yeah. They
So
have to be licensed and insured and all of that stuff.
right. And I want to say thank you to Holly. She was the first person that volunteered to write up all of the GoFundMe pages for the businesses on Fort Myers Beach. And by sometime tonight, there's going to be a long list in alphabetical order, and the story will be on the Beach Talk Radio news page. Of course, she wrote the number wrong. She doesn't proof her own writing. It's 898, not 818. 898. Now some stranger is going to be bombarded with phone calls. 898-1532.
Can't help it but to say that there's something with numbers.
And Ryan
in your
Bailey.
family. That's a problem for you guys with the numbers.
It's like you can look at not at those. How many numbers in a phone number? No. So you can look at those 10 numbers and say, okay, before I hit send, let me make sure they're right. So that's that. If you want somebody to be on that page, then they'll take care of it. It looks like I might need to call Dan instead of doing it live, which is fine. We can call him. I was thanking Holly. Let me finish. I'll forget. I want to thank Holly because she was the volunteer that put together the long list of the GoFundMe's, and it's going to be posted up there later on this evening. So what were we going to say? Go ahead.
No, I was going to say, I know somebody said that they called Terry and left a message, and he told him he's going to get bombarded because you guys are fantastic.
Yeah, it's been great.
Yeah. And you guys will give him a call.
Before we call Dan, I have to say that when I was, I put my vehicle at the 7-Eleven before, you turn to the beach and you go down the road there and past Beach Pottery and head over to the bridge. I wanted a bike over just because I didn't want to sit in line, and I wanted to videotape as much as I could on the way over. And the line was long, and the line started early, and it started at Jungle Golf. And, then I got to the base of the bridge, and somebody allowed me to go over first. So I was over there waiting for everybody to come over. It was so emotional watching people come over in tears. I mean, so many people were in tears just seeing their beach and the way it looked for the first time. Because what I think happened is they realized that the pictures didn't really do it justice.
And we tried to tell people that I talked to, I tried to explain to them the level of devastation and that it really didn't matter. I knew it doesn't matter what I say because when you see it up close, it just,
Right.
it's so much more impactful. So it's unfortunate because you try to prepare people, but
Ouchie.
you need to sit up more.
Yeah. So, and you see them looking at all the buildings for the first time, and now seeing the 6-foot high mounds of sand and all the buildings that are gone, and then
We're both cutting out.
it's impossible that we're both cutting out.
Well, there is a storm. Unfortunately,
No.
there is a.
I see the levels on the machine here, so trying to fix your damn internet, will you?
Because it's raining crazy.
So the one thing before I call Dan is I have no idea why we're cutting out. Everything seems to be working fine. Talking to the mic here.
I'm looking at your questions, everybody, and I'm just trying to write down.
Go ahead.
No. Somebody was asking about if they get an inspection from a certified electrician, is there power that they can shoot to the beach? And that's going to be a question for Dan. I'm not going to say. I was going to say what I think, I guess. But the other the beach is flooding with all this rain.
Everything sounds fine on our end of my headphones. Everything looks fine on the machine. So I mean, we got good levels. You got good levels. I don't know why. It's got to be some kind of internet. But anyway,
It could be the internet because of the rain.
Yeah. So I did want to clear up the confusion, perhaps, of the curfew. A press release went out earlier today that said that the curfew, that people should be prepared to leave the island at 7 p.m. And that went out from Jenny Dexter. Jim said that Jim Matterholt said the information about the curfew he got was from Roger. So Roger is the town manager. That you do not have to leave the island. You have to be in your house if you're going to stay on the island. So that's what's going on. You have to be in your house to if you want to avoid. I don't know if they're going to arrest you or something like that, but probably not. But you around and the curfew is at 7 o'clock, so it's in what, 40 minutes, 41 minutes. Because I need to check my math there. All right, so I'm gonna call Dan, and you guys will let me know if Dan is cutting out. But everything seems fine on this end. I hope you can hear some of what we're saying, and I will just keep working on it. So let's see. We have a bunch of questions already lined up for Dan. So here he is.
I just went and shut off all the Wi-Fi to all the other devices, so maybe that will.
Can you hear us, Dan? Yes, I can hear you, and I think the audience can hear you, but we will find out. So, yeah. Good here. Yeah. So Dan is at a
Well, it's not. Apparently, it's not good here either, Dan. I don't know.
secret location, and we have some questions that we're getting ready to roll to you. But anything you want to start with? We tried to clear up the curfew confusion that at 7 o'clock. Not that you need to leave the island; it's just that you need to be in your house.
Correct. That's my understanding. That's what I was told. I think I sent you some information that hopefully you were able to get out about the buses, the Lee train buses that would be at Fast Track, the old Zoomers. If people want to bypass traffic, the Lee County Sheriff's Office or other counties are. Oh, can you hear me? Okay. No, that's all right. That are you can bypass the line if you decide to get on the Lee train bus and take you on going all the way up to the south end of the island. You can imagine I've been getting a lot of calls about permitting and rebuilding, and insurance adjusters that have now been on the island today are saying things to homeowners that may or may not be true. And so I just wanted to clear that up a little bit. The town of Fort Myers Beach, if you have a structural engineer sign off that your home is able to be rebuilt, they will issue that will suffice to issue a permit to begin the rebuild. Now that has nothing to do with FEMA or how FEMA will insure you or not insure you, or I haven't been able to contact the FEMA people to find out that information yet. But as far as the town is concerned, if you have a structural engineer that's licensed in the state of Florida, signs off on your home that that is structurally able to be rebuilt, the town will issue a permit.
Dan, what?
You there?
Yeah. Can you hear me? Wait,
Hello?
Can you hear us?
I have them on mute, but I can't. There you go, Dan. What I'm going to do, Dan. Everybody says, calling. Everybody says we're all cutting out. So, folks, if you could bear with us, I'm going to reboot this thing, and we'll be back in 3 minutes. This way, we can try and see if that fixes it, because I don't want it to be half-assed. I don't want it to be cutting out. So, I know you probably have something better to do, but I'm gonna reboot this thing, and we'll go live and do it just a 1 minute countdown and see if it fixes it, because Dan's got some good information.